now going to enter into part of the cave system here on the Giza Plateau. And this gate was not locked, so we're walking in.
As you can see, there's a chamber up here.
Oh yeah.
That's leading to a room through the shaft.
Right.
And then the room here, and the shaft continues to other levels and other rooms.
Right.
That's how the design look like.
Uh-huh.
Enter from a room and this one, and then you'll probably find other channels that go in different directions.
Right. Well, this also has the look of the subterranean chamber in that it looks unfinished, but in fact that may have been the way that the builders wanted it, because it wasn't for burying somebody. It had a practical use. Practical beyond burying someone. Part of the incredible water system fueling the pyramids, which, again, prior to the dynastic Egyptians were, as some believe, and brilliantly executed by Christopher Dunn in his book, The Giza Power Plant, that these were ancient power plants that shut down almost 12,000 years ago. You can hear the amazing resonance quality as Yusuf is toning. And the clear pattern we can see about the pre-dynastic Commissions is that they were masters of the use of water and the use of sound or vibration. Again, chambers like this, quite possibly Commission in construction, were later adopted by the dynastic Egyptians as places to bury bodies. But the dynastic Egyptians didn't construct this room or carve this room out. They found it, left over from Commission times. Oh yeah, yeah.
I said the ultimate machining we see in the Seraphim makes us positive that the underground complex is originally part of the bigger part with the pyramid. And not something that was like made later. We can go take a break here.
Okay.
You cannot even count how many shafts we have.
No, there are, I don't even know if there are hundreds of shafts, but there are so many of them. Hundreds at least, yeah. So this is this a calcite entrance?
No, this is limestone. Actually, it was written. You can still see some of that left here.
Ah, okay. Oh, okay.
But we know that it originally was not made as a barrier.
Ah, okay.
You can see again, the well will lead you to a room.
Right.
And then the well will continue, not just deep, but also in other directions.
Right.
And we can get out of here, go to the other room that this one leads to.
Okay. So that's a key point, is that the hundreds of shafts that are here seem to lead down to horizontal tunnels underneath the Giza Plateau, as in like a massive network of tunnels, not a few caves off in the distance or a few caves here and there, but an incredible system of engineering into solid bedrock. Wow. Actually, sorry, Yusuf, the sound in it residents in these chambers.
Open to the air.
Yeah.
So it's designed really well.
Oh, incredible. So as Yusuf pointed out, no one would go to all the difficulty of carving these bedrock shafts.
The tunnel is still running underneath the other head.
Oh.
The other chin.
Okay. But they wouldn't have gone to all of this trouble and then left these sculptures unfinished. So you believe these are dynastic?
This is part of the transformation. This is how it was done.
Right.
That they would add this. None of the statues we're going to see in this chamber is high relief. They are all carved deeply.
Yeah.
And then even the marks here in this wall is not matching with the marks here on that page.
That's true. So different tools were at work.
Yes. And I can start to do 2 statues and stop at this point. But I'm not going to start at the whole tomb and finish all this work in the mount and stop here.
Right.
That's what I want to see from someone who works with stones by hand.
Oh, yeah.
We know that the work in this chamber to make it empty like that is much more challenging than carving 2 statues.
That's true. So what it seems to be...
Point, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So what it seems to be evidence is of early construction, probably completed by the Commission culture, and then later adopted by the dynastic Egyptians. This room was here, so they used it, and then they were at work making sculptures, and for some reason the work stopped. So you believe this would have been a dynastic tomb that was never completed?
No.
No?
It's an ancient part of the construction that was being transformed, and that transformation is not complete.
Ah, okay.
That's how I look at it.
Exactly, yeah. So the dynastic work was never completed. So again, we're on the Giza Plateau, and we're probably at the second level of the shafts and tunnels. There's most likely one above us, at least one below us.
Here, this one here, all covered with trash and stuff.
Uh-huh.
But you can see that the shaft is not going only straight down, but it's also going to the left or to the west.
Yeah, exactly.
And the impressive thing is that also the lines of water is also with the coordinate directions. It's not just running in any direction.
Oh, yeah.
You don't find one is going like north-east or something.
Right.
They're going also like east, west, north, south, you know, with the direction.
So it's an obvious grid pattern that was set up.
Yes. This here is the design, the primitive design of how they developed the box down there.
Oh, yeah?
Exactly. This is it. That's how they developed the box. So they made for it that road so they can slide it down.
Oh, yeah.
This is how they transformed the vertical. So this one here was transformed vertical.
Uh-huh.
We can go look at it. You like to go look at this, but there's another one here.
Okay.
Also I want to show you. So which one do you want to show? Both?
Both. So when you hear the term transformation that Yusuf is using, what he's meaning is that from the original constructors, Commissions, who lived thousands of years prior to the dynastic Egyptians, then the dynastic Egyptians show up and they reused the Commission work, as in they transformed it to the function they wanted. What we're looking at is a system of tunnels and shafts and chambers, which could very well have had a water function in Commission times. The dynastic Egyptian liked to use them for burying people. But the problem is, then you have a lot of academics who say they were all for burying people. And that's where the falsehood comes, that the Great Pyramids of Giza were burial places because you find a lot of burials in the area, but that doesn't necessarily mean that something as massive as the Great Pyramid, which was one of the greatest achievements in human history, that was done just because some arrogant king decided he wanted some big place to put his corpse. Oh, so here we are up the next level, looking down into a shaft. Another shaft that goes down. You can see a bit of light in there, but you can't, but I can. And then farther in.
This is also one of the chambers that were used. The barrier that you can see here.
Oh, yeah.
The carvings and the block
So as Yusuf points out, the door here was added later.
At least the carving is on.
Yeah. Yeah, or at least the carving's done. Here's the carving, dynastic Egyptian carving. But the actual room itself, this could have been tomb raiding, who knows, but the actual room itself could be by the older culture, the Commissions.
So will this one leave because it's married? I don't know. But if we enter through here, we're not going to find this one leading there.
Right.
So shall we?
Sure.
Look where we are.
Whoa!
We're in the bottom of shit.
So we are under the Giza Plateau right now. Wow. Yeah, this is great.